All right, we're gonna just go. We're gonna hop right into it. Let's get right into it, y'all. No intro.
Peace and wholeness, family. I'm here to tell y'all that America is actually Wakanda. Wakanda will be a Marvel story, and the main character will be the Black Panther. And it is said out of all of these seven tribes, Wakanda was the most fearless. Out of all your seven African nations, they was the bravest warriors. And over in America, we have tribes that call ourselves Black Panthers. The Black Panther movement was started by the goddesses in Alabama. The Black Panthers would go around enforcing peace on the land. A lot of people say the Black Panther movement originated in Oakland, California, but it was the goddesses who started this organization. And a year later, the men would join the organization. The landmass of Wakanda is found in Missouri and Kansas. They may change the spelling, but I found Wakanda. We also have been told that panthers is not native to the United States. These panthers have been spotted all over. America is the land of the Black Panthers. Wakanda means the great mystery. It was the great spirit we was worshiping. Now we will get into the Wakanda Springs. This lake of water is very important to the people of Wakanda. Now in Wakanda, there will be this powerful tree that contains spirits, and they will talk to this tree. This was the sacred tree of Wakanda that the Black Panthers was protecting. And as you can see, family, the invaders cut. Peace and wholeness, family. I'm here to tell y'all.
This is dope to know that we had trees like that big, man. For real. That's how you know, like our planet has definitely been tampered with. So it's just dope that we can see stuff like that. You know?
You said that we could prolong our lives by as much as 20 years.
Yes.
If we practice fasting. You know I'm interested. Tell me how I can do it.
Well, without supervision, you could start and do it one day every week. And the best day to do it is after the weekend, when we've eaten over the weekend and Sunday. Then Sunday night, start with an herbal laxative. It doesn't matter what brand. You can find them in health food stores, grocery stores, supermarkets and all. And you take that herb laxative, be it a tea, capsule, or tablet, Sunday night. Monday morning, get up and take that again. And then all day, drink either water or juice.
What is this doing?
This is resting the body organs, and it is cleansing, resting and cleansing, a process of healing. Because sometimes we have, after the weekend of eating or any other time, we have a lot of gas and bloat and heartburn and all. This would clear all of that.
So, apparently, it's a bunch of people that didn't know that it was illegal to talk to dolphins. Let's go and dive in this hole for rabbits. See, now, it is against the law to interact with dolphins unless you are in an aquarium, zoo, theme park, etc. The reason for this is to not protect the dolphins, but to stop humans from developing a connection with mammals that are actually smarter than us. Dolphins have a cerebral cortex that is 40% larger than humans. Then they go along to say that they have knowledge about ancient civilizations like Atlantis and Lemuria. And that left me curious on, how can we communicate with a dolphin? In every image that I have seen a dolphin communicate, they use their foreheads. Yeah, like their third eye. And the form of communication that they're using is called ultrasound. Guess who else uses ultrasound to communicate? Isn't that how babies communicate, through ultrasound? And then look at this, can dolphins stimulate brain growth in babies? And see, the scientists at Peru say the squeals and squeaks in dolphins may stimulate the brain in an unborn child. In one aquarium, let their babies line up to communicate with dolphins, cause it stimulates the brain growth in babies. Now y'all are kind of getting the gist on why they don't want us to communicate with dolphins. Y'all let me know what y'all think about it being illegal to communicate with dolphins in the comments. Like, follow for more wisdom, stay tuned. Follow me on YouTube if y'all want that exclusive content, stay tapped in. And by the way, TikTok, entertainment purposes only. So, apparently, it's a bunch of people that didn't know that it was illegal to talk to dolphins.
Yeah, I already seen this right here, but for the people that didn't see, there you go. But that's dope, man. I wonder how we could really communicate with them, though. For real. That is interesting.
What are rappers really trying to tell us in their music?
This is
I was
wild.
talking about the lyrics in this song, and I know you all heard this.
Yeah, I remember that
All right, hold on.
My bologna.
I eat this bologna.
This is made from the scrap meat that's on the slaughterhouse floor. Plus it's spoiled.
But it's all one color.
That's because they put dye in it. They dye this rotten meat. It's actually green. Then they put perfume in it so it make it smell fresh.
You're gonna make me sick.
So it's going to stay in your body too long. And it's going to cause constipation, fermentation. Then you can get funky arms because the fumes be coming out through your arms. And your feet's going to stink because all that's rotten and stinking in your body. So the fumes are going to come out your body. You're going to need deodorant soap after a while.
But you need it anyway.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do need deodorant.
You do.
You do too. Everybody does.
Because you're eating rotten food. The natural deodorant is chlorophyll. If you eat chlorophyll, you wouldn't need the deodorant.
Where do you put chlorophyll?
In your mouth.
You mean to tell me you don't use any deodorant?
It's chlorophyll that I use.
Where do you get chlorophyll from?
Fresh, green, leafy vegetables. Romaine lettuce, spinach. Eating it raw, you get the chlorophyll. It's a natural deodorant. You've been trained to eat nasty. You like nasty.
Yeah.
My bologna.
I eat this bologna.
This is made from the scrap meat that's on the...
Why is he acting like that to that lady, though? That is funny. He said you like being nasty. What? I mean, you like to eat nasty. That is funny. What? I mean, this stuff does cause that, you know. We don't, like, you gotta think about it. We didn't naturally use deodorant. You think we was using deodorant back in the day? No, man. We didn't need deodorant because we wasn't eating, you know, that type of stuff we eat now. But yeah, that's why we need it today.
Should we be vegan? Should we be paleo? Should we be keto? Because I know people that went keto and they only eat meat and they feel better. And then I know people who went vegan and they feel better. Well, the answer is both those communities stopped eating the packaged food. So it's not about what you're eating, it's about what you've eliminated. And so this is why you can hear such vehement bickering and fighting between those camps, is because they actually felt better. And so they are convinced by their deductive reasoning that, well, it must be the meat that's making me feel better. It must be the veggies that are making me feel. No, it's the lack of canola oil in your bloodstream. Yeah. Like it's literally the elimination of these highly processed things that are making you feel better. And so the reality is whole food is the only diet that counts. What should we eat? Should we be vegan?
Y'all, scientists just found a deep sea animal that's not supposed to be in the shallow parts of the water, yo. This is crazy. Look at this. They literally call these the aliens of the deep. But the crazy part is, this is in deep water. Now remember I was telling y'all, man, if y'all been paying attention to my content, y'all know. Just come to my page and find out. But look at that. I'm telling y'all, that's not the ordinary jellyfish, man. Then look at that. This what them joints supposed to look like, you feel me? Spooky. The prephilia, I think that's what it is, you right? But y'all see they supposed to be in the deep. Also, please follow me on Instagram at Nizzy Conspiracy, just in case they try to clip me, yo. Click on my page and click on the Instagram button and follow. Oh my God! Y'all.
Hey, you hungry? You want me to make you a sandwich? Let's make peanut butter fluff.
Hold on, what kind of sandwich is this? I ain't never got no. What is that? What was that other stuff she got? What was that?
Yummy.
Nah, I don't know about that one.
Hey, yo, pigs.
That's not yummy.
What it do? Hey, yo. Energy ciphering, right? If you in a park and you working out or the gym, you'll start to see people come to that section of like where you at working out. That mean you got strong energy. If you in the mall and after you like go on the line, you start to see it's mad people lined up behind you. You got strong energy. Word, you find yourself at the gym? Literally, it's crazy. Tap in. They trying to pick up on the energy that you put on those machines and all that. It's that real. You wanna walk by, people will walk mad close to you. You be like, hey, yo, you can walk anywhere else, bro. Why you was right there, sis? Like, why y'all all right there? Bro, people will randomly want to give you high fives and like hugs. You don't even know them. It's real. Just be mindful when you outside in high vibration. Hey yo, peace. What it do?
This is a machine that we have.
It's a biological machine.
Right. And once you understand it, you understand it.
Yeah. You could juice it up, get it stronger, get it smarter. You can do a lot of things with that machine.
This is what the Anunnaki said. This is how you know that these are not made up things from people's imagination, because everything is too factual. Like this necklace, right?
Right.
People online were like, yeah, is that Buddhist or that's this or that? It's none of that. Like, I just try to find the answers to things. So I designed this because this is that thing that you see that all the Anunnaki guys that look like a wristwatch, and they always have it, and you're always trying to see what that is.
Yeah, what is that?
It is a time, and it's a compass. It's a timekeeping compass. That's what made the carrier of great importance, because he was able to do things that were magical in nature, like go somewhere and get right back. This is a machine that we have.
It's biological.
Definitely a machine, yeah. Now, let's be real. If you seen that, what are you doing? I'm running away. Ain't nobody finna, I capture, I take a little pictures, boom, boom, boom. I'm out of there, man. Leave him alone. I might want to kill it almost, just to make sure it don't follow me. Dang, that junk look creepy, man. You know them 1,000 legs? Y'all ever seen them in the house? I hated killing them things, man. I hated that. Just like, they be so fast. Like, they crawl like they worse than the spiders. Y'all know what I'm, 1,000 legs. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Please don't act like y'all don't.
It is not the food in your life, but the life in your food that actually nourishes. So to eat dead food and expect to extract life from death, we need to figure out who taught us our education. Death cannot bring forth life. And that's why we call this living food. Living food for living people. It is not the...
I mean, look at the color of the fruits and the vegetables. Now, see, it goes to show you that it's living, you know?
Once you start sitting in positions like this with ease, and you feel all relaxed and stuff, that's when you know can't nothing stress you out. Y'all need to start doing yoga and meditating. Once you start sitting in position,
food that rapidly vanish or melt in your mouth. Signal to your brain that you're not eating as much as you actually are. These people are straight witchcraft. These are warlocks here. So you eating a whole bag of chips and you still hungry, or you wondering why your children are eating all day and they eat you out of house and a home and they still hungry because you not feeding your children real food. Or why you hungry all the time. And we want to blame it on the parasites all the time. No, it ain't the parasites. You ain't eating real food. Now, on top of that, you got parasites that's eating the food that you are eating. That just make you twice as hungry or make you twice as malnourished and malnutrition. But y'all see this? So it says food that rapidly vanish or melt in your mouth signal to your brain that you are not eating as much as you actually are. Look, in other words, these foods literally tell your brain that you are not full, even though you are eating a lot of calories. I'm not making this up. Food that rapidly vanish.
I just want to figure it out right now because my mind's blown. So, what is the golden ratio?
We only rediscovered what already existed. The metric system is ancient. We only rediscovered what it was recently. That's all. That's the only thing I can give you.
How about the golden ratio? What is the golden ratio?
The golden ratio is a specific numeric equation that gives you 3.17. It gives you the Fibonacci spiral. It also gives you the golden rectangle and the golden triangle. No matter which way you look at them, you can always get the perfect spiral to fit inside. And that spiral, for whatever reason, because that spiral is in everything that's in life, it's very beautiful to us. The most magnificent structures were always set on the Fibonacci spiral or pi, right? And so even the Great Pyramid is built on pi. All these magnificent structures were built on pi because for some reason it taps into our inner consciousness, our inner being. So if you take your fingers and look at the space between your digits, you'll get pi, and you can get the Fibonacci's code based on the space in the digits of your own hand. The distance from your eyes to your nose, the distance from your top in between your eyebrows to the tip of your nose, all this is all the same thing. The distance from your elbow to your wrist, the distance from the wrist to the tip of your middle finger, it's all pi. You see?
Are you kidding me? What do you mean it's
the
pi?
whole human body's designed on that number.
I just want to figure it out right now because my mind's blown. So, what is the golden?
I was sure that like the human body is like, interesting, very interesting.
There's no possible way on the face of this earth that we just encountered a growling caterpillar. Oh, and come to find out, this is a real-life Pokemon character. Yeah, I thought I was capping when I told y'all a lot of these creatures is real-life Pokemon characters. Yep, this angry caterpillar, also known as the swallowtail butterfly. I don't care what you name it, if it ever growls at me, it's gonna catch a grenade launcher to the face. Go gadget flamethrower. Activate it. Because to be honest with you, I don't think that I'm mentally equipped to enter a Pokemon battle. He thought we was fighting in the arena. Now he's fish bait. Like, let's hear it one more time. Yeah, I can't do it. Like, just the thought of a caterpillar growling at me makes my skin tingle. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this real life Pokemon character in the comments. Like and follow for more wisdom and stay tuned.
When you stop moving is when you start dying. That's the stark truth for most people. That's why you see people in other countries, particularly Asian nations, 80, 90 years old, they're out doing Tai Chi. They're not doing ballistic.
Take your walks. It helps. Your body gotta be moving all the time.
They're not jogging and they're not, running sprints and they're not pole vaulting. They're doing movement, easy hand waving movement and bending their knees and rotating and going through different ranges of motion and planes of motion. Movement. For humans, walking is a quintessential human movement. I mean, we populated the face of the earth by walking. I say, why run when you can walk and get better benefits? You can improve your fat burning capacity, your maximum aerobic function. You will not get injured walking. When you get injured running, what do you do to recover? You walk, right? So it's like walking is just the quintessential human movement. And the more we can do it, the better. When you stop moving is when you start dying. That's the...
Is the industry trying to do a ritual on the most popular streamer in the world?
Ascension recently did a live stream with North, who is Kim Kardashian's daughter. And it looked like a normal live stream, but I caught something that a lot of people probably didn't catch. Y'all already know the deal with Kim Kardashian. I don't even gotta say too much. All I gotta say is this triangle in this eye. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then that's on you. And y'all already know how this society tries to get these celebrities to participate in humiliation rituals. Now back to the live stream. Kai Cenat was at North's birthday party, and I guess the theme was like ballerinas and princesses or whatever. And they try to get my guy Kai Cenat to put on a tutu game. This is literally a humiliation ritual. But from what I've seen, Kai Cenat is a God-fearing man. He's not with all that other shit. But he refused, and North tries to convince this man repeatedly. And Kai Cenat, you know what I'm saying, he backing up, talking about, nah, he not doing all that. By the way, he's not actually wearing the tutu. He just, held it up to his waist. Anyways, North even begged and pleaded for Kai Cenat is not going for all that. Got up all in the camera, you know what I'm saying? Please put the tutu, get back up, gang. They even try to get my nigga Ray to do it. But y'all know Ray, that nigga just said, hell nah. Long story short, Kai Cenat ended up not putting on the tutu, which is good, but it's just scary because, bro, they try to low-key get Kai Cenat through a humiliation ritual, bro. This shit is real, bro. This is crazy. And although, look, I'm not saying North is...
Is the industry trying to do a ritual on the...
Isn't that Kim Kardashian's daughter? Kim Kardashian is with them people for sure. For sure.
That was the last time.
Oh man, that is nice. Dang, this is a real place, right? Gotta be. Ain't no way it's not.
I think I just heard someone tell Biden what to say. Hold on. Just rewinded it.
Because the people
Right here.
understand it. Let's see what your numbers are when this election is over. Let's see. You're a whiner. When you lost
Whoa! Wait a minute.
you appealed the courts all across the country.
Hold on. I'm going to rewind this one more time. I swear to God, I heard someone say something.
In a week.
I'm going
We'll have another one of these in a week. But I will absolutely, there's nothing I'd rather do. It would be much easier for me to do that than running again. I wasn't really going to run until I saw the horrible job he did.
Right here.
He's destroying our country. I would be very happy to be someplace else in a nice
Someone is
location
telling him what
someplace.
to say.
And again, no indictments, no political opponent stuff, because it's the only way he thinks he can win. But unfortunately, it's driven up my numbers and driven them up to a very high level.
It sure
because
has.
the people understand it.
Okay.
Let's see what your numbers are when this election is over. Let's see. You're a whiner.
Oh my God. I heard that, dude. Someone's telling him what to say.
Single court in America.
Probably. Yeah. The way he act, it's like he just seemed just both of them. It just don't even seem like real people. That's just how I feel. I don't know, but I could be wrong. How many of y'all seen the debate? Yeah, y'all worried about it.
I'm sure that box is full of stolen card marks.
I think he want that loud TV to go off. That's what I think it is. Why do the backs look so like irritated?
He said, I don't want to go in there because they're a bunch of losers and suckers. My son was not a loser, was not a sucker. You're the sucker. You're the loser. It's a total ban on the total initiative relative to what we can do with more border patrol and more asylum officers.
President Trump?
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either. Look, you're the sucker. You're the loser. You're the loser. You're the sucker. You're the sucker. My son was not a loser. Was not a sucker. You're the sucker. You're the loser. You're the sucker. You're the loser. You're the loser. I don't want to go in there because they're a bunch of losers and suckers. President Trump? I really don't know what he said at the end.
I knew somebody was gonna edit this, man. That is funny.
I don't think he knows what he said either. You're the sucker. You're the loser. You're the loser. You're the sucker. You're the sucker. My son was not a loser. Was not a sucker. You're the sucker. You're the loser. You're the sucker. You're the loser. You're the loser. I don't want to go in there because they're a bunch of losers and suckers. I really don't know what he said at the end.
If you ever had a dream of robots having human faces, well, your dreams is coming true. Because now scientists have created robot human faces, but it gets better. Because this robotic human face, it can heal itself. So in the future, one of these robots get hit in the face by 223, it might just regenerate. Tight shit. Yeah, to add cherries on top, they say this was made out of living skin. Yeah, they said that they're binding living skin tissues to a mechanical robot surface. And this is what it's supposed to look like in full action. This does not look like it's supposed to be straight out of a scary movie. I'm totally not terrified. Not gonna lie to you, if I see a robot with a human face, it might get chin checked. Y'all let me know in the comments on what y'all think about these robots with human-like faces in the comments.
Okay, my healthy friends, have you seen this video? Yes, that is exactly how Wendy's make their chili. Now, when I ask you the question of, are you still eating this? What I want you to consider is, all the preservatives that they have inside of these foods. It's not just what I'm showing you, but I want for you to dig deeper and think about it. The preservatives and all the ingredients that they use to make this. Where are those ingredients coming from? What kind of ground beef are they using? So think about all of these before you answer that question. And as always, I want you to stay healthy. Okay, my healthy friends, have you seen...
We really eating out like that, bro. I mean, some people still do, you know. But, you know, everybody didn't come here, you know, to be vibrating hot, you know. So some people just came here to in the third dimension. It's okay, though, you know. It's all right.
Only at Burger King. The standard American diet is not working. It's not good for us.
I think we haven't really focused on the quality of food that we take. We're more interested in convenience.
I mean, the whole fast food thing on television, you know, all the pizza commercials, burger commercials, just fast food that you make at home, stuff you take off the shelf and you pour it out of a box and put some water in it. You got an instant meal here. It's like, oh my God, are we killing ourselves?
Early on in this process, it was kind of confusing because I would read a study that would say this is good for you, and then another one would say no, that's actually bad for you. Something else is good for you.
So the industry just has to keep the public confused, which they've been doing a very good job at.
I was so misinformed as a young adult that I didn't know how to eat properly and I didn't know how to balance my diet.
I was, eating what I thought was health food, salmon. Big hunks of salmon.
Only at Burger King. The standard American diet is...
Where is this at? Where can I find this video? I actually want to watch the full video now. This is interesting seeing all these celebrities talk about this.
Déjenmela en paz. Texas woman arrested for possession of snowflake. The only thing this woman has possession of is my heart. And plus, you know how hard it is to preserve a snowflake since December? What, this girl could open up a mazapan and not break it. Imagine how she's gonna take care of my heart. I need to know exactly where this girl's located at right now so I can bail her out. It's on me. Hey, let me, baby, I'm gonna send you some maruchan. Déjenme la...
He's trying to bail her out. I feel it.
Y'all watch this video. Women like to say only men can be creeps. Nah, y'all can be creepy too. Look at her. Recording him with no shame, without his permission. Oh, and look how she looks. Ratatouille. I don't understand why women think that they cannot be weirdos or creeps. And I feel like it's because a lot of people don't tell you guys nothing. You guys get away with a lot of stuff. I guarantee you if that was a guy, there'd probably be people going up to him. The girl would have made a video, probably would have made it World War III. A lot of the times you guys do things to men and men don't report you and men don't say nothing about it. But that doesn't mean that you guys aren't creepy. That doesn't mean that you guys aren't wrong. Respect people's space. I would be highly upset if I was at the gym and somebody was recording me that I didn't know. Why are you recording me without my permission? You know what I mean? That's just weird. You ladies want a safe space in the gym, but do you guys create that? No. It seems like you guys go to the gym to start up stuff. Have you guys not been noticing that a lot of women are ruining the gym culture? Like, stay out of the gym if you're going to be like this. Y'all watch this video. Women like to say...
You need lung support now more than ever. And I'm going to teach you the herbs that you can use in order to protect your lungs and get any gunk up out of it. Look, wildfires are raging almost everywhere, it feels like. So this information is vital. The first herb, which is the star of our happy lung formula and probably the most common herb for the lungs that you'll hear herbalists talk about, and that is mullein leaf and flower. Now, this is not only going to soothe your airways if they are inflamed, but they're also going to help you cough up any gunk that you have trapped in your airways. It's very commonly used for people with asthma or people with breathing issues in general. Another star in our happy lung formula is saw palmetto. Now, this one isn't a very common modern day remedy when it comes to the lungs. However, our native ancestors here in the United States used it commonly for coughs and ailments of the lungs. You need lung support now more than ever, and I'm going to teach you the herbs that you can use in order to protect your lungs.
That's real. The real flex is how many wounds you can turn into wisdom. I like that.
The higher self is the multiverse, condensed into a consciousness that is on a journey of exploring the infinite nature of reality. It is the accumulation of all of the experiences, wisdom, and lessons that a soul complex has acquired thus far through its evolution. It has a vast resume spanning off-planet as well as both higher and lower dimensions. Our consciousness is divided into a trinity. Imagine a trinity of your soul, your higher self, and your spirit. All three of them are you. They are just focused in specific directions. The soul is you in this present moment on your journey. It's also known as the witness. But the higher self is the collective you. It is the collection of experiences in all lifetimes and in all dimensions. And your spirit is you as source, God consciousness, in the eternal now. They are all you. They are just in different phases. The higher self is the
There is no way that anyone can convince me that this is our normal sun. And before we go any further, let me just say this video is for entertainment purposes only, guys. You shouldn't take this literally, okay? Now back to what I was saying. I've been observing the sun and sun gazing for the last 10 years, taking in the sun. And now this sun, since the eclipse, is way different. It's almost like it's giving off this bright white LED light that's hard to look at. I remember our sun always being this beautiful orange color, and now it's just like this bright white light. And I've actually seen a couple videos of people talking about some sort of sun simulator, which is way out there, obviously, and I'm all about conspiracy theories, but let me know what you guys think about this. It's also hella interesting that for the first time ever, globally, sunflowers are shunning the sunlight. Yeah, they're called sunflowers for a reason, guys. They always face the sun, but for the first time, they're not facing the sun. And unfortunately, for the first time in my whole entire life, I'm actually sketched out to sun gaze. Can someone please come in here, let us know your thoughts?
Chickens eat doo-doo too, but I ain't know for a fact. But check this out. We out here riding the ATV, proof in the pudding. That is definitely turds. That chicken that just eating. Look. Chickens eat doo-doo too, but I ain't know for a fact. But check this out. We out here riding the ATV.
Fucus vesiculosis, also known as bladderwrack. Man, go ahead, let's zoom in on this. I want you to come close to this thing. I want y'all to look at this. Okay? Straight from the ocean. You may see some other things in here with it, but I want you to look at how extremely strong this is. I didn't take a boat ride this time, but it was picked up, and I will be taking a boat ride next time so I can get it out of the ocean myself. It is rich in iodine, helps to regulate thyroid function, metabolism, and of course it's high in antioxidants, which contributes to the reduction in inflammation within the body.
If you're a man and you expect a girl to unfollow guys, dress a certain way, act accordingly to you, I get it. And I'm not one of those women who's going to ever bag on your preferences and your choices. But you better make sure you're doing the same exact thing. You're not running shit when you don't do shit. When you're a man and you want to lead, do it properly. Lead by example. How dare you guys ask these women to unfollow this person, do this and do that, and you're still following Big Booty Marissa? Pop those titties, Angel. You're still following all those girls. She's popping it for fucking everybody to see, and you're over here with a girl who's willing to do everything for you, but you won't do everything for her. Make it make sense.
She right.
And then the good women we do have left, y'all be tainting them up. This is not all men. I just don't understand people asking for things they can never be themselves. I would never ask a man to be loyal, to have my back if I wasn't the same. Lock it up. Lock it up, men. Lock it up. If you're a man...
Consider this as your reminder to stay on your shit. It's somebody somewhere waiting for you to fall just because it's you. Yeah, setbacks happen, but you got to get back on your shit and keep going. Don't let them folks see you sweat. You got it. Consider this as your...
Remember the terrifying anglerfish scene in Finding Nemo? Well, it turns out truth is stranger than fiction. The rare deep-sea creature recently washed up on a beach in Oregon. It's a Pacific football fish known to dwell in complete darkness, thousands of feet below sea level. Nobody knows how it ended up on the beach. Just like in Finding Nemo, the fish uses a glowing lure on its head to attract prey. But the real-life version is even more menacing with its razor-sharp teeth and gaping jaws.
But you know, they exaggerate and the cartoon make the teeth all large and stuff, but teeth not even like that. But it do got that glowing thing. I wonder if it really glow in the water though. That's cool. I never knew that fish really exists. How many of y'all knew that?
You woke up this morning opposed to slumping in the infinite slumber. Sun rose, it's oxygen outside, the world is not on fire. We're in good shape. Right now, you're breathing. No particles or bacteria or nasty cootie shit came and overtook your body today. Earth did what it was supposed to do. The world might seem messed up, but life is lit. The unfortunate reality of life is suffering is guaranteed, so there are atrocities going on everywhere. There's atrocities going on in many of our lives that nobody knows about. I'm sure if the earth had feelings, their feelings would be hurt. It's like if you going through shit, your feelings are probably hurt too. But somehow, even in the face of hurt feelings, both you and the earth are showing up and doing what the fuck they gotta do. Strength is not looking like you got your shit together. Strength is constantly showing up in the face of bullshit, and you doing that. Regardless of if you doing this shit wrong or right, you doing that shit. And just like Mother Earth, you keep on prevailing every damn day. Your suffering has not gotten away you doing shit. You should be proud of yourself because I'm proud of you. Though everything seems chaotic, you are a part of the equation and you doing your damn job. You better not be over there second guessing yourself and beating yourself up. That would really piss me off. Please don't do that. You got this shit. Mwah. You woke up this morning opposed to...
That is true though. You know, the trees and all the plants and, you know, stuff that keep us alive, you know, like they feelings probably hurt, you know, but they still, just like the sun part feelings probably be hurting too, you know, he be getting covered up by the clouds and all that, but he still get up and rise every day, you know, and do what he gotta do. And he gotta be the same way. You all gotta be the same way.
Hey guys, Yanni here. The other day I found this page in my sketchbook and it was stained with markers from another drawing. Typically I would skip past it and go to a blank page, but I decided to turn it into something else. If you were an artist, what would you charge for this? Let me know in the comments below. Bye. Hey guys, Yanni here.
That's good. She turned that little mess, whatever, into a whole art piece. I'm charging 200 for sure. 200.
How to heal spiritual psychosis. Psychosis is a state where an individual awakens to the quantum reality of existence, perceiving all possibilities happening simultaneously. However, they may not fully understand that we are multidimensional beings who consistently shift realities. Emotions, which are a vibration, dictate the reality one moves towards, as they react to thoughts. Buddha noted thoughts initiate the creation of reality. During my psychosis, I believed I was a clone, disconnected from the spiritual realm and controlled by the government. I noticed that focusing on thoughts like you're not real generated similar thoughts, and that induced intense fear. The deeper I delved into this delusion trying to connect the dots, the more my reality morphed to match the delusion. I would hear strangers plotting on me, I would see them staring at me, and eventually that would shift into a nightmare reality. However, by diverting my energy from these thoughts, my reality gradually shifted back to normal, and I realized that these initial thoughts stemmed from childhood trauma of feeling unworthy. My psychosis manifested a childhood wound physically. I thought I was a clone because my inner child didn't feel it was worthy of love or a connection with God. Thanks to trauma. Comment Circle 77 to save your spot for my free live quantum alignment masterclass. And now you know how to heal spiritual psychosis. Psychosis is a state where an individual...
One thing I learned about life is life just keep going, bro. Say you get uppercutted by life one time, right? Mink, and then the next time you get hit in your face 4 other times. Mink, 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 bro, and you can't get up, bro. One thing I gotta tell you is, bro, you gonna have to get up, bro. You gonna have to get up. Cause life just keep going, bro. Life, time waits on nobody, gang. And I'm aside when I say that, cause it's the hard truth, bro. Look at that, look at that, look at that. Like, if you watching this video, bro, you're alive. Like, I don't know who need to hear that, but you're alive, bro, and I'm proud of you just for that. One thing...
Real men don't chase 100 women. We make 99 women jealous of one. Real men don't chase 100 women.
Angels are referred to as the white blood cells of the universe, which means that they go to where is needed and they help clear up. The reason that we have the names for the angels comes from really ancient magic. You can call upon them for assistance, and they have lots of different jobs. In terms of protection, Archangel Michael, or Michael, is the go-to guy for sorting you out, and I'm a big fan. Yeah, there's something about angelic protection that just hits different. And in my experience, they are not beautiful blondes. They look kind of like cymatics or snowflakes made of like fractals of light and fire. Very trippy. Angels are referred to as the white.
This is one of those telltale signs that they are lying their ass off, telling us this is the result of volcanoes. Volcanoes did this, is what they're telling you. Melted some snow that boiled and made these amazing spiral pillars that just so happen to look like the temples built by the Moors. Who would have thought? But no, it's snow cones, melting snow cones that created this. These aren't ancient temples, there's nothing to see here, folks. No, not at all. Nothing happened. It's a volcano that did it. Just go back to sleep and yeah, enjoy the view. Volcanoes.
You see this right here? This should be your best friend. If you have sleeping issues, you got insomnia, this should be your best friend. Due to the seeds that's in there that contain melatonin. Seeded grapes should be your best friend. You are stressed, you are depressed, it is a natural oxidative. Seeded grapes should be your best friend. You have heart disease, seeded grapes should be your best friend. You have cholesterol, high cholesterol, seeded grapes should be your best friend. You have diabetes, seeded grapes should be your best friend. Seeded grapes is great for everything. Anything that can literally flush your system out, because the seeded grapes are loaded, with H3O2, which is basically your water that you eat. Seeded grapes should be your best friend. And the list of things that seeded grapes is good for goes on and on, especially inflammation, which I didn't say. And like I said, the list goes on and on. I just wanted to put you on some game real quick and tell you to stop at assuming, the grapes without the seeds, and get you some seeded grapes with the seeds in there. You see this right here? This should.
Many people fear you in your highest form. Many people are sent here to keep you at a low level, because in your highest form, they'll no longer be able to manipulate you. In your highest form, they'll no longer be able to belittle you. In your highest form, you might not even deal with that particular person anymore. So don't feel bad when a person don't like you. A lot of times it's not that they don't like you, they don't like your frequency that you're carrying, and the possibility of the frequency level that you can get to that they know they can't match, because they're not living right. Many people fear you in your highest form.
You go around eating watermelon, somebody might get mad, So, yeah.
I'm gonna tell you guys something really interesting. Most men at 27 are dead, but by the time that they're 72, they're buried. Most men at 27, they're living in a purposeless, unmeaningful life where they have just accepted the fact that their dreams are gone, their passion is gone, they're not gonna make it. The 9 to 5 is gonna be in their life every single day, and they're not taking action until they're 72, lying in their deathbed, waiting to be buried. This doesn't have to be you. If you just start taking action and get off the app, get off this phone, and start turning this phone into a money-making machine. Start that business you always wanted to start. Find that passion. Log in and stop procrastinating, because it's you vs you, and no one is coming to save you. Peace out. I'm gonna tell you guys something.
Man. Age ain't got no number on making money, man. There's no age on making money, man. You can make money at any age. That's how I look at it, for real. Or chase whatever you want, man. I feel like if you're not on your deathbed, you still got time. That's how I look at it.
So I'm just out here walking, and I look down and I see little berries. That looks like a mulberry, and sure enough, a wild mulberry tree. But the best mulberries are up there. You know what that means.
Climb that tree for them.
So I'm just out here walking and I look down. I'm literally watching a majority of y'all live to die. And it sounds so crazy and far-fetched when you put it like that, but is that not the reality? We're in our 20s, maybe 30s, and we're so worried about working this 9 to 5 to stack and stack and stack and save for later. How do you know later is promised? That's what I be wanting to understand. Because tomorrow ain't promised, so let's not talk about 10 years from now. That's a decade. It was embedded in us to work now, turn up later. There may not always be a goddamn later. When is the last time you did something for yourself? You gonna go to work and slave and put in all these hours and still not have enough to do nothing extra? It's too many ways to make money now. I'm not saying not to have priorities and not to just be moving like bills don't mean shit, but what I'm saying is that job also ain't everything. You are living to die. Live for you today. I'm literally watching a majority of y'all live to die.
So people don't understand when I tell them I don't drink water. I don't drink GMO water that man takes tap water and restructure it and put chemicals in it and heat it up, reverse osmosis, distilled, all that. Let me show y'all what water I drink. It's called H3O2 structured water. Here we go. So see that? That's watermelon juice. When that separates, it turns into structured water. So, man, that's what I recommend. There's no perfect water except this. So that's what I've been doing the last year, man. So as you see, looking young like I did when I was 19, bro, y'all better get on it, man. So I'm going to show you guys some more structured water now in my fridge. So here we go. Wow. See that separation? That's H3O2 structured water. Do your research, study it, man. That's the best water. You see it there. If I do got to drink water, I got that. But I haven't drunk water. So there we go. So people don't understand when I tell them I don't.
How much people is on the earth? Trillions, kabillions of people on the planet Earth, right? That's how much sentient beings are inside of you right now. So even when you're by yourself, you're not even really by yourself. You gotta always consider yourself, we, us, speak to those sentient beings to be able to get you guys to the best level of success on this planet called Earth. So all the trillions and billions of alive cells and sentient beings inside of you can feel all that divine, beautiful, masculine, feminine energy that we are made of. Unlock yourself by understanding you're never by yourself. Do these.
Good job, man. That's why again, that's where we gotta go.
Just in case you thought this is Photoshop, this is a real rabbit. He's alive. See that? Ain't no Photoshop. Just in case you thought this is.
Shotgun. Yup. You're gonna definitely
just shut the fuck up. If you're not gonna work, if you're not gonna help, do not complain about what ain't happening. Because you could be doing that.
What?
Just shut the fuck up. If you're not gonna work, if you're not gonna help, do not complain about what ain't happening. Because you could be doing that. Just shut the fuck up.
Just the way you say that, that was funny.
Fuck up. If you're not gonna work, if you're not gonna help, do not complain about what ain't happening. Because you could be doing that.
They might be trying to cover up that we were way more advanced in the past. Check this out.
Seriously, go to Google and type in Great Fire Oven and input your city. Matter of fact, input any city. You know what you're going to find? You're going to find that there was a big fire in every major city in the United States in the late 18 to early 1900s. Why, you ask? It's a good question. It's not by coincidence, and you best believe a lot of history was destroyed in those fires. And it's crazy, because we hear about all these ancient societies that had all this advanced technologies. Where did it all go? How did it all just disappear?
All of these buildings all around here, as I told in class last night, they're ancient. There's a whole city underneath this city. They've been burned all the major cities, the major energy centers.
We burned almost every physical book in the country. This was the controllers trying to utilize leftover technology.
How did
they build it.
Let me know if you think we were more
Nothing
advanced.
new under the sun. What happened to the Tartarian Empire? Imagine how pyramids were built.
They might be trying to cover up that we were way more advanced.
People will do anything, no matter how absurd, in order to avoid facing their own souls. One does not become enlightened by imagining figures of light, but by making the darkness conscious. Knowing your own darkness is the best method for dealing with the darkness of other people. Your visions will become clear only when you can look into your own heart. Who looks outside, dreams. Who looks inside, awakes. People will do anything, no matter how absurd, in order to...
The Earth has officially separated itself into two groups. The people who see the signs and synchronicities, and the people who say it's just a coincidence. 3.5 years ago, in the beginning of the pandemic, remember when you would think about somebody and they would call or text you in that moment, or just pop up in your life? That was child's play. Now, when you're talking to somebody who's awake or high vibrational, does your phone go nuts? Are you getting confirmations when you're talking to somebody and you literally see all the alerts coming from all the other apps? That's how we're being communicated with between that and between nature. So in the beginning, you're going to feel a little bit crazy, like this can't be, but it is. We're in a time period right now where it's a merging of the living, the dead, and extraterrestrials. So there's a lot of things happening at the same time. The best advice I can give you is just surrender. You don't need to do anything. Just let the answers come to you. Don't overthink. Use discernment. Let everything come to you.
Why are there 7 days in the week? And 7 colors in our visible light spectrum? And 7 original energy centers? And 7 notes in the solfeggi note system? God blessed the 7th day and he sanctified it because he understood the significance of the number 7. This diagram is known as the Ray of Creation. It was originally taught and developed by G.I. Gurdjieff. But this diagram explains how the law of 7 becomes the law of octaves. The deeper you go into esoteric and spiritual philosophy, the more that the octave becomes significant, and that's because space and time are made up of a series of feedback loops, and the law of octaves explains how these feedback loops work. So in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God, otherwise known as Do, Mi. So we have Do, Re, Mi, Fa, So, La, Si, and we come right back to Do. Why are there 7 days in the week? And 7 colors and...
I was eating a little bit too good in Thailand, so let's do a 14-day cleanse starting July the 7th. And we will be using watermelon for our first 3 days. Let's get into it.
See me, don't need anyone. I just go in a way like this. In this way, you're way too long. Say, do not stop my place. Maybe I could use someone, but it's not.
Sometimes the reason you cannot stay disciplined is because you don't trust yourself. You constantly make promises to yourself and you constantly break those promises. So subconsciously what you're teaching yourself is that your words do not equal action. That you can say you're going to do something, but you don't have to actually do it. When you have new healthy goals that you're trying to achieve, you will tell yourself, hey, I'm going to make this change within myself. And mentally you've made the change. But subconsciously, you know that you don't have to listen to yourself. You can make a promise to yourself and break that promise, and it won't mean a lot to you. Or it might mean a lot to you, but it doesn't adjust your behavior. So that is what I mean by you do not trust yourself, because you say things to yourself, but you don't follow through with those things. So you're basically just wiring your brain to know that, hey, even if I say I'm going to do this, I don't have to do it. And so that's why consistency, commitment, and discipline can be very hard for you. Sometimes the reason you cannot...
If you don't want to heal viral infections in your lungs, then scroll past this video. But if you do, hello, I'm an herbalist and natural healer, and these are my recommendations for you. First thing to know is that you're not going to kill the viral load, but you have to eliminate it. This is called a nasal steam. Now I'm going to teach you which herbs to use in order to get rid of any infections in your lungs. Go ahead and screenshot this so that you get the list of herbs to use in your steam. These herbs are not just going to soothe the inflammation on your lungs, but they're going to open up the lymphatic vessels to drain anything that's harming it out. Next, I want you to screenshot this juice recipe. I want you to drink at least 2 or 3 cups a day while you are suffering from that infection. It's not only going to bring blood flow to the lungs, but the citrus is also going to help pull anything out of it. Lastly, you are not to eat anything cooked while you have this infection. Cooked foods are going to require too much energy to break down, and while you have this infection, you need to spend your energy wisely. And if you need more herbal support, you can grab our Drain My Sinus package now. If you don't want to heal viral infections in your life.
Hey, this video too deep for the average person.
So you want to work 8 hours a day to live 4. You work 5 days to enjoy 2. You work 10 hours to eat for 15 minutes.
Wow,
you work for 12 hours to sleep for just 6. You work 48 weeks a year to have 4 weeks off. You earn money just to spend 90% on necessities to survive. Tell me, does that not scare you more than pursuing your dreams?
Up, I shower, I come to work, I work all day, I go home, I go to sleep. I get up, I shower, I come to work, I work all day, I go home, I go to sleep. I get up, I shower, I come to work.
Robot.
I get up, I shower, I come to work, I work all day, I go home, I go to sleep.
I don't know who you are, but you gotta take a risk, bro. Or you're gonna be running on the same hamster wheel till you pass on. A lot of people are completely unhappy with their lives. You just gotta get your shit together so you can get out this rat race. These are the 8 areas of life that play a big role in your happiness. This page is from my book, The Art of Getting Your Shit Together. In this book, I show you how to get your shit together. Comment art so I can send you the book. But you need to do something called a life audit so you can know where you stand in each area of life. This will help you improve your life from this point moving forward. I refuse to live the same life over and over and over again, bro. You can always continue to grow and move up like a damn stock. I don't know when you're going to correct your life, but you need to do it now. Because the pain of regret is way worse than the pain of discipline. Hey, this video too deep for the average person.
Right, though. There's a lot of ways you can make money on social media. You know, you're a funny person. You got a funny, anything, man. You can even do commentary, art. You got to figure out something you can do, you know. Something. There's a lot of things you can do. You can become an animator. You know? Something. Create your own, like, clothes from scratch. Something.
So there are reports out of China now that scientists have found a cure for diabetes, and the American pharmaceutical industry is not happy about it. There are now examples of Chinese patients receiving this experimental stem cell therapy and after about 11 weeks no longer requiring insulin, which I imagine is something that sounds amazing to people with diabetes, no longer having to poke yourself. But it doesn't sound amazing to giant American pharmaceutical companies like Eli Lilly, who currently dominate the insulin market and use it to make billions of dollars.
Fact-checked true. This treatment involves transplanting pancreatic cells derived from the patient's own stem cells. The first successful case involved a 59-year-old man who had been living with diabetes for over 25 years. After receiving the cell transplant in July of 2021, he became insulin independent within 11 weeks and stopped taking oral medication within 1 year. This breakthrough was published in the journal Cell Discovery on April 30th, 2024. This therapy uses autologous induced pluripotent stem cells to create pancreatic islet cells that produce insulin, effectively restoring the patient's pancreatic function and eliminating the need for external insulin. This could significantly improve the lives of diabetes patients, but that's tens of billions of dollars that's going into Big Pharma's pockets. Will they allow this, or will they suppress it? Let me know in the comments.
Ripest peach in the world is not as sweet as Fruit Loops, right?
Within just a couple of hours of eating these foods, it's absorbed into the bloodstream and then it penetrates our cells. Sugar causes measurable inflammation inside of our artery walls, causing damage to the lining of the artery, the endothelial cells, making us more susceptible to atherosclerosis and even more susceptible to inflammation that can lead to cancer. We also know that within a couple of hours of eating sugar, it suppresses our immune system, and it's specifically the natural killer cells that help us to fight infections. And that can suppress our immune system for 4 to 5 hours. So if we kind of understand this, you know, Americans having sugar-based breakfast, sugar-based lunch, and sugar-based dinner, they're suppressing their immune system throughout the course of the day, making themselves more susceptible to these infections that we encounter.
The ripest peach in the world is not as sweet as...
Jared Leto has been spotted at Vogue World Paris, imitating Christ the day he died on the cross. His necklace is a chain that's shaped in a cross with nails. His gloves are fake blood. He's wearing a see-through outfit and you can see his boxers very clearly. I get people thinks that's just the way he looks, but when you start to use that to your advantage, that's where we draw the line. And I'm going to show you the full video in a second so you can see the whole outfit, but this is what I'm talking about. Jared Leto and his brother started a very famous band called 30 Seconds to Mars, but it was basically a cult. So they would charge fans anywhere from $1,000 to upwards of $6,500 to go to a private island in Croatia and, you know, just be with him. And they would draw pictures and he was an all white and everyone else would dress in all white and he was pictured like Jesus. People sitting at his feet, everything. And then on his Twitter, he said, yes, this is a cult. And everyone, all of his fans were replying, accepting it, saying, you know, he's the prophet. All this just really wild stuff. A lot of you are going to say, who cares? That was years ago. It's a joke. Well, his outfit a few days ago wasn't. Watch this.
Oh, a video. Come on now.
So this is the first John Galliano artisanal collection at Margiela, right?
That's right.
Uh-huh.
That's right.
Jared Leto has been spotted at Vogue World.
I don't give a fuck what your situation is. Nigga, you ain't the only one going through this shit. You ain't the only one that went through it. And you ain't the one that's going through it in the worst way. It's always somebody that's going through exactly what you went through 10 times over, 10 times harder. So I just want to say, don't take this shit personal, man. All my niggas, stay strong, man. And goddamn it, do the most uncomfortable things to change your situation, man. I don't give a fuck what your situation is.
Right. 8 years sober, guys. How long y'all been struggling with it? Yeah. I just try to linger around and plant little seeds, help people out, man. No judging, just helping if it's wanted, you know. You guys might as well keep going for real at this point. Got a place to stay and all that?
I'm sorry?
Y'all got a place to stay and all that?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. I was going to say I'm married, bud, but I can swing it. I'd probably get you both in there. You know what I mean? I don't know how friendly you two are, but we like having company and all that. Can't be boozing it up. What was that?
We're here visiting family.
Oh, okay. Whereabouts are you from?
South Carolina.
Oh, South Cadillac. Okay. I'm familiar with the Kakalaki. Yeah. 8 years sober today, ma'am.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I just figured I'd try to maybe encourage others, plant a seed. That's why I'm lingering around. I don't know if you're struggling with it or...
No, just having guests over.
Okay. I used to say things like that too. I know denial was a huge part of my journey, personal.
The way you be saying huge part of my journey. That is funny. Yo, he is too funny, man.
You know.
It never gets old.
Not even 5 o'clock on a Monday, ma'am. Turn down for what, huh?
Turn down.
I used to listen to songs like that too till I found out they're not serving me any kind of real purpose.
Yeah.
You know. The guy singing it's getting all rich and I'm just destroying my body, you know. Got a place to stay and all that? All right. Because I'm married, but I can get you in. I could probably swing it. I can get you in.
Career and a husband and kids. I'm good.
You got $1? You got $1, ma'am? All right. You sure? Oh, I thought you were poor. I was like, I hope she don't try to throw that bottle in her purse. Because they do have loss prevention out here. There were times I stooped to that point where I'd just walk out with it, you know. Two bottles? We doing two bottles tonight?
You doing 2 bottles tonight? And the way she's looking like, yo, you got me.
Okay. Just looking out for my fellow human. I just care about you.
Ah, she don't care. She gotta get them drinks.
There are those who would make attempts to veil the solar rays, and their efforts are deeply in vain. They cannot stop the ascension. It is like trying to stop a waterfall with a cork, and we have a little laugh at them with love. Those attempting to bide their time by trying to disrupt the intrinsic order of organic ascension will simply be.
How much is it for one of them? 5. How many do you have?
I have a 7 and 12 jelly.
How much for it all?
64.
$64?
Yeah, no, I don't know.
You don't know? How about this, bro? I'll give you $160. It's a little bit more than for all the fruit combined, but I want to help you out.
Thank you.
So can I take them all?
Yeah.
How old are you, bro?
50.
Why are you selling?
My money. No more working.
Your mom is sick?
Yeah, my mom is sick. Me only working because my mom is sick.
Oh, so you're supporting your family?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what, man. If you want to come with me, I'm going to bring this to homeless people. And then, do you want to help me pass it out to people for free?
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you so much.
Seeing stuff like this.
Thank you so much.
It's free?
Yeah. Gracias,
Gracias, maestro.
Que Dios lo bendiga.
Igualmente, pa. You first.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
My mom is very happy. Thank you so much. I love you.
How much is it for one of them?
5.
Stay rocked till my TVs pop up in the Maybach Benz. I teach you how to start.
How are they driving that? Because I'm confused. How is he over here really driving with one hand? Is they really driving that? Yeah. That is too funny, man.
At 17 or 18. He chose him a non-African wife. And from what I understand, his mother or father or both didn't agree with his selection. They didn't agree with it. And so when he was murdered, guess who inherited all of Kobe Bryant's estate? Vanessa Bryant. Everything Kobe Bryant's parents taught him, every basketball technique his father gave to him, everything Kobe Bryant built in the basketball court, outside of the basketball court, he was working on his own. When Kobe died, all of his money, his power, his assets, his wealth, his entire estate went to a non-black woman. All that black talent went to a non-black woman. And from what I understand, she...
Bitch, you want some cow and snake? Bitch, you want some cow and snake? We put it in your face. Bitch, you want some cow and snake? Bitch, you want some cow and snake? We put it in your plate. Bitch, the cow and snake. Bitch, cook off.
You eating that? You eating that? Let me know, man. Let me know if y'all eating some cow head. Like, what? Get out of here, man.
The cow, clean off the cow. Bitch, wash off the cow and snake. Bitch, clean off the cow. Look at the cow. Bitch, hurry up, chop the motherfucking seasoning up. Hurry up and chop that motherfucking seasoning up. Hurry up and chop that motherfucking seasoning up. Now look good at that motherfucking cow and snake. That shit good. Cook it up in the hood. Lick it, lick it, lick it, lick it, lick it, lick it good. Hurry up and make that cow and snake. Hurry up and bake that cow and snake. Now pineapples on it. Hurry up and make that cow and snake. We hurry up and make that cow and snake. That cow and snake plate. Hurry up and bake that cow and snake. And boil that cow and snake. We fried up some cow and steak. Hurry up and get some cow and steak. Put that motherfucker on your plate. Now put it in your face. Bitch, we eating on some cow and snake. Bitch, we eating on some cow and snake. Eating it every way, bitch. Yeah, y'all niggas better hurry up and come get.
Sick. Now that's what I'm talking about right there, man. Going into nature, giving out a healthy popsicle. That's dope. That's what's up.
Turns out that good old baking soda is the best way to get pesticides off of your produce. A 2017 study from the University of Massachusetts found that soaking your produce for 15 minutes in a 1% solution of baking soda, 2 teaspoons of baking soda per liter of water, reduced 99% of the pesticides on the surface of your fruit and vegetable. It turns out that good old baking soda is the best way.
Because of generations of prejudice and denial, much of the public and sometimes the personal memory of Black Indians has been erased by those who write history and sometimes by those who live it.
That time, there was a lot of people that was using what we call pencil genocide. In other words, they were changing documents in the town halls and this and that, and unless you had some question about it, you didn't even know it. So, for example, in my dad's family, my Aunt Marion, my Aunt Josephine, and my Uncle Louis were down as Indian. Uncle Lawrence and my father were down as Black. My mother's birth certificate, she was born in on Cogswell Street, which is Pawcatuck, Connecticut. And the doctor, knowing that she wasn't Black, naturally, because he was very well familiar with the Babcock family, put her down as white. And a lot of us were put down as white just so we would not have that stigma of being Black.
Because of generations of prejudice and denial, much of the public and sometimes the personal memory of Black Indians has been erased by those who write history and sometimes by those who live it.
That time, there
Neuroscience fun fact of the day is that the direction that you lay while you're sleeping at night can impact your brain waves and your quality of sleep at night, and therefore your mood the next day. Research shows that people who lay in the north-south direction while they're sleeping have increased energy of delta, theta, and alpha brainwaves. And these are brainwaves associated with quality deep sleep and relaxation. And this north-south bed positioning is also associated with more positive mood states during the day. Now, research also shows that people who lay in the east-west direction while they're sleeping have more awakenings during the night and decreased quality of sleep. One of the conclusions of the study is that our brainwaves are sensitive to Earth's electromagnetic field. So whether you should lay facing north or facing south is going to depend on which hemisphere that you live. I'm getting really into this neuroarchitecture stuff, so stay tuned for more. Neuroscience fun fact of the day is that the direction...
The scientists have connected 16 mini brains made of human tissue to create a living computer. And we can thank this to the Switzerland-based startup company Final Spark. They have claimed to build this unique computer that's made up of 16 mini brains from human brain tissue. Where's Parody Platypus? Because Dr. Doofus is at it again. Number one, where did you get the 16 brains to put inside the computer? We're not just gonna skip that major fact. I'm not gonna lie to you, gang. This sounds like all bad news. This Frankenstein-ass computer. Because now this computer has human brains. Now it probably has human emotions. Yeah. And I don't see nothing good coming out of that. Like give me real life Terminator vibes. Or iRobot vibes. Or, any other robot takeover movie vibes. An emotional computer cannot be great. But it could just be me, gang. It could just be me. Now let me know in the comments though. Do y'all think a human brain computer is great for humanity? Or the total opposite? Like and follow for more Weasley. Stay tuned.
That debate last night literally had CNN admitting that they were cooked. Watch this.
It's painful. I love Joe Biden. I work for Joe Biden. He didn't do well at all. But he had a test to meet tonight to restore confidence of the country and of the base. And he failed to do that. And I think there's a lot of people who are going to want to see him consider taking a different course now. But that was not what we needed from Joe Biden, and it's personally painful for a lot of people. It's not just panic, it's pain.
I'm going to show you a couple clips of what happened last night if you didn't see it, but this is absolutely wild to watch this.
Single solitary person eligible for what I've been able to do with the COVID, with dealing with everything we have to do with, trying to provide housing for Black Americans. The impact on the choice, but the millionaires pay 1%.
What is it,
1%. So no one after, I would not raise the cost of Social Security for anybody. I got my handicap, which when I was vice president, down to a 6. And wants to get away with, get rid of the ability of Medicare for the ability for us to be able to.
That debate last night literally had
That's our
CNN.
president. That's our president. Y'all be talking about Harvey Bumble. Do y'all hear Joe Biden? Come on, man. Yeah.
So now AI is trying to replace prisons. This is scary. You have to watch this.
A facility designed to treat criminals like patients. Instead of spending years in an actual prison cell, prisoners could finish their sentence here in just a few minutes. Cognify could someday create and implant artificial memories directly into the prisoner's brain. These complex, vivid, and lifelike memories are created in real time using AI-generated content. Depending on the seriousness of the subject's crime and their sentence, the memories could be tailored to the rehabilitation needs of each subject. The artificial memories implanted by Cognify would be seamlessly incorporated into the existing neural networks of the brain, preventing cognitive dissonance and ensuring the subject experiences the memories as if they were real. The Cognify concept offers a new approach to criminal rehabilitation, transforming how society deals with offenders by focusing on rehabilitation rather than punishment. Cognify is then placed around the head of the prisoner. The intensity and the type of artificial memories is then adjusted depending on the crime. Inside the criminal's mind, time would pass differently, slower than in real life, making them experience years' worth of artificial memories in just a few minutes.
So now AI is trying to replace prisons. This is scary.
This is not a concept car. This is the world's first robo-taxi. And it's come to pick me up. Completely driverless. Look, this is the front. But this is also the front. Open doors. Ready? Check this out. Look. No driver. As you can see, you've got 4 seats facing each other. It was inspired by a 19th century horse carriage. Who would have thunk it, right? Right, how does it work? Right here, check this out. Radar technology, LiDAR, cameras, thermal imaging. This is a Zoox, and I've just hailed it from an app. 10 years of research and development has gone into this, and it's going to be rolled out on public roads really soon. I'm actually driving on a public road today with this. Now, what you've got is, for each passenger, wireless phone charger, you've got a cup holder, USB-C port. Okay, use the touchscreen to close the doors. Let's go. Here we go. So this is just like any other ride-hailing service, but with no driver, which means you don't have to put up with like some angry driver in the front that completely ruins your day. Oh, here we go. Now up here, you can see, this is called the celestial headliner. So you've got lights in the roof, which you know I love. Now safety, they've redesigned all of the airbags because of course this is a whole new cabin. Airbags come down from here, boom, from the side, from the back, everywhere. You are encompassed by airbags if needed. This is a camera and that connects to a real human who can watch you just for your safety, right? If something happens to you, they can make sure you're safe. Look, driving next to a truck right now. Here we are in like a lounge room. There's no angry driver you need to worry about. You're here with your mates. Chuck on some tunes, go out. Love it. I actually think it's cool. It's the future. Future's here. What do you reckon?
This how the black.
That is crazy right there. I'm not gonna lie. For real. And you know what's crazier? They probably already got so much more technology that they don't release to the public. You know?
Community look.
But whatever.
I'm tired of seeing
What do you
this.
say?
This how the black community look, man. I'm tired of seeing this all over the world. I'm the only one with my natural hair out, and I'm seeing all of these. Can I see y'all real hair, please? Please.
Can I see Africa again? Like, this don't make no sense. Where is my people? Where?
I don't know, man.
This how the black community.
I mean, that's what we live in today, you know. Like, it's your, you know, it's your world.
How it would look if food labels were honest. Part 2. Red 48. I used to drink at least 1 or 2 every day after basketball practice in high school, and then I'll just have crazy indigestion and shit. I never knew why, but like, now I know. Eating through the pain. They changed the chemical structure of salt in 3 different ways and put them all in this to make them addictive. What's crazy is they actually lost a lawsuit, and they actually got sued because they had artificial fruit in a natural drink. Let go of your health or let go of that ego. This shit has no nutritional value. Hey, these things go dumb if you know how to make sliders with them, but the 32 ingredients, insane. Do not eat those. This is not your healthiest choice. You can eat 3 bags of these and still be hungry. Chips decoy. 3 types of sugar in 1 cookie is crazy. Then you got the flop tarts, and the icing is made out of pig bones. There's artificial ingredients everywhere, and we all get the munchies. So if you want to know what and what not to eat, just like I showed you in this video, just comment.
We are officially living inside of a Black Mirror episode because now AI can create fake memories and put it inside of your brain. Now they're only going to be using it for prisoners at first, but it's only a matter of time before this Jimmy Neutron ass machine gets to the public.
Prisoners could finish their sentence here in just a few minutes. These complex, vivid, and lifelike memories are created in real time using AI-generated content and ensuring the subject experiences the memories as if they were real. Inside the criminal's mind, time would pass differently, slower than in real life, making them experience years' worth of artificial memories in just a few minutes, seeing their crime from the perspective of their victim, feeling their pain and suffering firsthand.
So 10 years in prison or 2 minutes of AI torture? Comment down below what you would do. And my question is, what are they going to do with all this new information? AI going to literally know everything about you. I'm going 10 years prison, twin. And we got to talk about this ray gun pointed at your head the whole time.
A compact and portable design would allow Cognify to be used anywhere in the world. Its energy-efficient design would ensure long operational life, reducing the need for frequent recharges.
They're doing everything in their power to turn this to Robocop. And if this malfunctions while you're in deep sleep, you're cooked. Be sure to share this video and hit follow so you don't miss any more updates. It's a crazy.
Shh. Listen and pay attention. It's about to get deep. While y'all was distracted by the debate regarding Joe Biden and Donald Trump, they was in the process of taking big accounts down who was speaking the truth. Did you guys know that? They literally take you through a series of predictive programming, social experiments, and use reverse psychology on you every single time, and you guys fall for it. Aren't you tired of going for the same exact tricks and tactics without waking up? You gotta be tired at this point, because I know I get tired looking at other people going through the same thing and falling for the same tactics. It's getting old. It's time to awaken. Also, I realize there's a lot of spell casting witchcraft that's going on these apps, and we gotta rebuke these demons in the name of Yahusha, our Father in heaven. Hallowed be his name, his kingdom come, his will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Yahuwah, our Adonai, the King of all kings, the God of all gods. There's no one after him.
I'm going to leave it up to God. You know what I'm saying? That's like saying I'm going to leave it up to nobody. Do you think for 1 minute, if you just thought about it, if you wasn't trained from a child, do you think for 1 minute, did God even recognize you even living? When you walk past a doggone ant pile, and the ant is saying that Bobby's up there looking down at me, so I better behave myself, or I'm going to let Bobby handle it. This other ant about to eat off my foot, but I'm going to let Bobby handle it. But I'm standing up in the yard looking down at the ant pile, and to me it ain't nothing but a group of ants running around, and I don't know nothing that's going on down there. But that's about like it is with God. You will never know not unless you tap into your own energy, because that is where the heaven realm is. And the only way to know God, which is yourself, is it not written in your law that ye are gods, and the scriptures cannot be broken. John chapter 10, verse 34, 36. And that's the Bible. But that's the basis to esoteric stuff. You are the microcosm of the macrocosm. then you best believe it's got something to do with you tapping in. So you say, well, no, I believe in God and the universe. Yes, there are forces that's on a greater mass than you, but you're the same force. We say, what do you mean? If I take a glass of water and go to the ocean and dip the glass of water in the ocean, is not the content in the glass of water the same content that's in the ocean? It's the same. So whatever the heavenly bodies are, you are the same product. I'm going to leave it up to God. You know what I'm saying?
Sugar is the root of all evil. Sugar is hidden in everything now. Our sugar consumption since 1964 has gone up 400-fold. The worst thing that ever happened to the food pyramid was to have this massive war on fats in general and saturated fats and natural oils, and started to replace everything with processed foods and sugars, which really spike your insulin. We know now that Alzheimer's disease is type 3 diabetes. It's insulin resistance in the brain. Right? I mean, the brain is so crack addicted to sugar that it secretes its own insulin. The brain's nasty. If it wants calcium, it'll leach it from the bones. If it wants amino acids, it'll strip it from lean muscle. And if it wants sugar, it'll activate a receptor on the back of the tongue called the RF1A2 receptor, which also provides a dopamine ding. Only a fraction of the chemical sweetener is actually designed to meet the taste of the sweetener. The entirety of the rest of those chemicals are designed to ding their dopamine receptor. Sugar.
All right, y'all. That is going to do it for today's video. I hope you guys got something from it, was motivated, learned something from it, and all that good stuff. Send peace, abundance, prosperity, and good health your way. Make sure you take care of yourself, and if the weather is nice, get outside. It's not raining, none of that. Get outside and get some of that sunlight. With all that being said, I'll see you guys in the next upload. Peace.